All right, here we are back again with another first two baits. And here we are. It is summertime and a lot of people going fishing on ponds. So summertime, ponds, first two baits. Not first two baits, but first two baits. All right. First of all, I'm going to have an honorable mention. Just going to tell you that up front. But the number one pond bait for summertime, Wacky Worm. It works all over the place, and you can catch them and catch them and catch them and catch them. And I'm talking big uns, I'm talking medium size'ems, and I'm talking small'ems. So all the above, big uns, mediums, small'ems. What is a Wacky Worm? Here is one I just had from my tournament. Missile Baits 48, and I've got the little crossover ring on there. You don't have to have the crossover ring. Here is the Missile Baits 48. Green pumpkin is probably the number one color for a reason of everywhere, everything. That will absolutely work. There are times when you may want something like that Goby Bite's got a little blue glimmer in it. Give them a little change up, go straight black on them. I love that straight black in the 48. That's it right there. But you can, like I said, you can just take a hook and hook it right through the middle of the worm, just like that. You don't have to have that little wacky saddle, as you can see. So you can either hook it like that or get the little wacky saddle if you want to last for a bunch of baits. That's a VMC product. I'll throw that the link down there in the description so you can see exactly what it is. And on the 48, I would use a 7mm, 6 or 7mm. You can do the same on a Senko if you've got those. Senkos are absolutely, but they sink a little bit faster. I prefer Senkos more in like a lake environment, a little deeper. In a pond, 48 is going to sink a tad slower, and I like that because you can keep it up off the bottom and have a better experience, better fishing, more catching. And if I'm going to get one hook, I'm probably going to go with this, the G Finesse, one hook for that Wacky 48. Or I mean, so you can use it with a Senko as well, but you can harpoon that bad boy right through the side. It is weedless, so if you happen to throw around a lay down or a stick or something, not likely that you're going to hang. You could, but that little weedless portion helps get it out there. So that's a really good hook. And so that's number one. Number two, a popper. A popper is really, really good. This is the E-Pop. You just want to get one that has decent hooks on it, I would say. But this is, you know, E-Pop 80s. You know, it's 80mm long, but it's just got a cupped face on it. It floats on the surface. The little feathered treble on the back is butamus. You know, pop R's work great as well, but it's just gonna, you can either bloop it on the surface, and you can throw a popper like this. And the reason it's number two for me, you can throw it on a spinning rod. That Wacky rig I usually throw on a spinning rod. You could throw it on a spin casting as well, like a Zebco, or you could throw it on a bait caster, but probably not preferred. You can throw it pretty good on a bait caster. I'm gonna put it on just straight 12 to 18 pound braid, the 48. Now on this, you can use the same braid, same 12 to 18 pound braid, or you could throw, you know, straight fluorocarbon, straight monofilament, yeah, 8, 10, 12 pounds, whatever you've got on there. Don't go too big on your spinning reels because it won't handle very well, just a heads up. But you're gonna be throwing this, and you can bloop it, like I was saying. You just do little jerks, and it'll go bloop, 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 like that, and it'll make a little splash. And you pause it in between. A lot of times you go bloop, bloop, and then you pause it, and then all of a sudden, boosh, Shamu gets up there and gets it. And that's a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. Topwater fishing is amazing. It's a lot of fun. It can be good in ponds even at night. It's a lot of fun. Don't hook yourself or your buddy if you go at night, or throw your bait up in the trees, which can happen. You may want to just go early morning, or if you're sleeping in, go late in the evening. But I'll tell you what, Topwater can work all day in ponds, all day. So that's cool, especially when the brim are spawning up. You see a bunch of brim spawning up around the bank. Throw the old topper over there. Doot, doot, doot. Let it sit. Doot, doot. The other way you can fish it is just to give it quick rhythmic jerks, and it'll cause that bait to walk. It'll go like that, and then all of a sudden it goes boosh. One will absolutely trash it. So so the popper, definitely one of, is my first two. Popper and a wacky worm. I can go to most ponds and catch 80% of the bass in there. Just kidding, 90%. So those are very, very effective for pond, summertime bass. And the other honorable mention I'll give it to you is a chatterbait. Some of the bigger ponds, especially, a chatterbait can be just off the hook good, especially if you get some windy conditions, and then all of a sudden your popper's not as effective or harder to fish the wacky worm. Man, if you have one of those chatterbaits, can be good stuff in a pond. Missile baits, we make a pond fishing kit. It's got chatterbait and wacky worms, 48s and stuff in there. Got a little diagram of how to fish them. But you can throw that down. I'll throw that down there in the bottom. One-time code John11, 11% off on those if you want them. But yeah, I'll throw that link down there as well for the kits, for the pond fishing kits. Good for, just to get and go. But first two baits for pond fishing in the summertime: popper, wacky worm, and you can go have some fun, make a bunch of memories, some stuff, with your kids especially, or if you just want to be a kid yourself and go out there, take those two baits, you'll go out there and you'll have some fun, and you'll definitely catch some bass. So good luck to you. Post pictures and be sure to tag Missile Baits if you happen to catch something on a Missile Baits or a Spro bait. Throw that on there as well. Good luck.